now on Extra. The official first look at the two Boston bombing suspects.
We consider them to be armed and extremely dangerous.
Who are they? Where are they right now? And how the FBI pieced the puzzle together.
Every attack like this is preceded by pre-attack surveillance.
Today, a former FBI profiler, an Israeli intelligence expert, and a top TV crime writer analyze the breaking developments.
Well, to help us break down what the FBI is doing right now behind the scenes are three top crime experts: former FBI profiler Jim Clemente, national security expert Aaron Cohen, and Ed Bernero, a former Chicago police officer and executive producer of the hit show Criminal Minds. Gentlemen, let's get right into it. There were false reports out there that some suspects were being named and people were arrested. I mean, is that a case of maybe jumping the gun and the media wanting to break the story, or is it an innocent mistake?
Well, I think it could be a little bit of both. I think media, they'll typically get a source to tell them something. If they can verify it from one other person, whether that person is right or wrong, they print it, they go with it. The fact is the FBI is not going to do that. They're going to actually have proof beyond any reasonable doubt before they name names.
I'm sure that by the end of the day, you'll find that these guys were on hundreds of different pictures from different angles, that it's completely different today.
And there's a good chance that they may have been photographed before, because it's known that with terrorists, they'll conduct surveillance the same way we're trying to conduct surveillance on counter-terrorist operations. And so, again, I think everybody here agrees that there was some planning involved here.
Yeah,
this wasn't a coincidence. This wasn't a lone wolf or a Timothy McVeigh Special Forces wannabe dropout. This was a terrorist attack. It was related to a major terrorist organization with funding and training, inciting these guys, recruiting these guys.
How difficult is it to track a bomber?
In bombings, especially when you have shrapnel like this, you can actually tie it back to the people a lot easier. The fact is that these are low-energy explosives. They're not high-powered explosives. So it's probably gunpowder, black powder, that kind of stuff.
It's not Semtex or C4.
No, it's something that is subsonic, so the pieces don't get torn apart as much.
Here's what I'd like to know as someone who's been on the ground. I would want to know, was there something different about the place where the bomb was put and not the bleachers across the street where there were more people? I would want to know the procedures in the two places, and if there was something different on that side of the street, there might have been something that made that easier for them to hit than the place where they could have done more damage.
You can watch more of our conversation right now over at extratv.com.